how NGOs or CSOs look at business. They look at them as, these bunch of guys who just want to make a profit, and they don't care, they're not serious. And companies think that CSOs are just a bunch of they're well-meaning people, but they're non-professional, they're not transparent.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to work very hard.
What is happening today here is that people from the south are informing people from the north about their experiences with working partnerships between civil society and business or private sector.
We had a vision of where we would like the business to be in a few years.
It is to overcome poverty by incorporating or integrating the poor into the value chain.
You have to start with the leadership coming together and being committed to it with great openness.
What is very important for an NGO if they want to partner with business is that they don't start it from a position of weakness. Yes, we are a strong actor, we have something to add to society, but we realize we can't do it on our own, we need other partners.
Even though the primary responsibility of alleviating poverty rests with the government, but government has its own limitations, and this is where the corporate social responsibility comes in.
Even professional organizations that started this process ended up with nothing but good intentions.
To me, the two key drivers of such kind of partnerships from a company is either it makes business sense or it's driven by core business value.
Because these NGOs or the CSOs have a deep-rooted kind of understanding these people, and I think they bring a lot of value in terms of executing your vision.
The process is difficult because in business and in government and with NGOs or CSOs, they talk a different language.
I also find it difficult. I'm really a person from an NGO and I'm proud of that. But then to really adopt and see things from a real business perspective, I mean to internalize it, I find it also sometimes not so easy.
If you don't accept a firm talking about profits, then you have a problem. So that's about respect, respecting each other's complementary goals.
Why is it so impossible to combine values with thinking about profits?
If an organization like ours doesn't have its value and its own values and its own culture, it has nothing.
The issue is, do you have shared values or do you have shared goals? And if you have, then you can go ahead.
If it's only about funding, and that's the CSR approach of a company, I think you miss your goal as an NGO if you agree with that, because that's nothing about change, that's only about compensation.
The principles of partnership remain the same, that you have to see a mutuality, you have to respect each other, you have to trust each other. So I think as long as those things remain between the northern and the southern NGO, I don't see it as a problem.
We have come to realize that the results from the social investments cannot be measured in economic terms. So to that extent, yes, there is a realization here.
It's only about trust. You got to trust each other, and you got to believe that that the NGO and the business is looking for the same end goal in that particular partnership.
Show us your votes, please, jury.
It can't just be a partnership made today and then you just go on business as usual. There needs to be a way you build a system of reflective learning and looking at yourselves and saying, are we still where we need to be?
I'm also convinced that business also needs further capacity development.
The challenge is not either profit or poverty alleviation, but how can we combine that?
That we need business, they play a very important role in society, but the role that they play, the value that they create and the wealth that they create needs to be done in a manner that everybody benefits. And I think that's the goal of any of these kinds of partnerships.
And I think that what we hope for are the new questions that emerge, that we can identify them, what are the dilemmas that we are facing from our own practice, maybe categorize them and see what are the options for more joint learning. And PSO, fortunately, is in a position to offer certain instruments to support this joint learning.
We have to just do it. So we have to learn while doing it.